and welcome to NBA Fantasy in 5. I'm Kayla, and in this episode, I'll be doing a recap of the top performers from Wednesday's games. But before we get into it, there are no games today, Thursday the 27th, as it's American Thanksgiving. I'm Canadian, so for me, this is just another random Thursday. But let's get into it. We're kicking things off with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who had 40 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals on great efficiency. 15 of those points did come from the foul line, but please don't put free throw merchant in the comments. This was also his second time scoring 40 or more points this season. He's posting another MVP caliber campaign, and his stats and ranking are similar to last year so far. De'Aaron Fox had a huge line of 37 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 3 threes. He's going to have a lot more to do offensively with Wemby's sidelined for a while due to a calf issue. Stephon Castle was also out last night, but even though Dylan Harper returned, Fox still had a lot of work to do. His fantasy ranking has jumped up over the past week, and I think that he can maintain that value while his co-star is injured. Cade Cunningham exploded for 42 points. He even chipped in 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 threes. He may have missed an important free throw, but he put together a line that fantasy managers will be pleased with. He's returning second round value because his turnovers and field goal percentage are dragging him down a bit, but he's looked really good everywhere else. Mark Williams had a huge double-double of 21 points and 16 rebounds with 4 assists and 4 stocks. He was also nearly perfect from the floor. He hasn't been amazing this season, so this was a nice change of pace. He was also returning from a one-game absence due to knee injury management. If he can stay healthy, he can provide good numbers, just like we've seen glimpses of in the past. Tyler Herro's looked great since making his season debut a few games ago due to ankle surgery. He recorded 29 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 threes, and 2 stocks. He did a bit of everything, but really stood out in the scoring categories. Hero had an amazing campaign last year, and through this small sample size of 2 games, it looks like he's going to replicate that. Derek White had one of his best games of the season. He hasn't been as good as we'd hoped he'd be with Jason Tatum out, unfortunately, but at least we know every now and then he'll give us performances like this one. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 stocks, 6 threes. He's a two-way threat, and he's been amazing on the defensive end. It's just his poor shooting that has held him back a bit, and his points and threes are down compared to last year. Denny Abdia went off with a near triple-double of 37 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 threes. The 6 TOs weren't great, but we're going to ignore that because he's putting together a career year. He's ranked inside the top 40 in category formats per #basketball. He's also really stepped up with Jrue Holiday's sideline, and he's solidifying himself as one of Portland's stars. Reed Sheppard went off for 31 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 4 threes. He got off to a bit of a slow start at the beginning of the season, but he started trending upwards lately. His roster percentage is increasing, and he's actually been climbing the rankings. Last night, he took full advantage of Kevin Durant being out, and he had a career game. Sheppard's shown that he can make an impact on both ends of the floor, but he stands out most in the offensive categories. Jaylen Brown popped off with 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 stocks. His field goal percentage and turnovers were rough, and these are the 2 categories that have brought down his fantasy ranking. He also hasn't been super impressive this season, but he has taken things up a notch lately. He's displayed great versatility despite some struggles in certain areas. Josh Hart has also been underwhelming this season compared to what he did in 2024-25, but he looked good last night with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 4 threes with great efficiency. This was his second start of the season, and he stepped up with the Knicks missing some players. His production and value will go down once he goes back to the bench, but that also depends on when OG Anunoby will return from his hamstring injury. Before we wrap up, I also want to mention a few other players. Zach Edey had a huge double-double, 21 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks to go along with that, and also on great efficiency. Saddiq Bey and Jose Alvarado also really stepped up for the Pelicans. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries, so the team has had to rely on players like them. But really, shout out to Bey, who's been amazing over the past 3 games and should be added. But that's all. Thanks for watching, and happy Thanksgiving.